Alright people, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification. That way you'll know when I upload the next video and you'll be supporting my channel. Follow me on Twitter. Every time I upload a new video, I'll be tweeting. Hey people, welcome to CG Reaction. This is new Scavenger review. Struggle, survival, sell sewer water. Everything's trademark. I don't know why. What's this for the channel one and only ssethtzeentach, our boy Seth. I've been loving this channel so far. This is the first channel after Internet Historian that I like this much, I guess. Every single game is fucking incredible because how Seth is reviewing them, right? You know, when it comes to games, to me, graphics are really fucking important. Graphics and I guess, you know, real world type of feel, right? Something that comes to, you know, real close to as a realism it can be. That's pretty important to me. But after reacting to this channel, I'm realizing that might not be the case, right? Because Dwarf Fortress, Space Station 13, all these games, there is no graphics. Let's just say there is literally no graphics, and yet the games are fucking incredible. I'll load the video, right? I'm pretty sure I'm gonna play them eventually, hopefully on this channel, but we'll see. But yeah, let's go this one. This is hopefully similar to that. Reclaim your birthright, reclaim your throne, reclaim the park bench. All right, let's go this one.
Hey people, Seth here. Have you ever wanted to be a homeless crackhead? Have you ever wondered what amazing things you can make with a broken bottle, dirty rags, and a strong case of amphetamine withdrawal? Have you ever wanted to equip a dead squirrel and beat a man to death with it just to steal his shoelaces? Then I've got exactly the game for you. Neo.
It's just 20 seconds in. 20 seconds in. And if this video doesn't capture you, something's wrong with you. Just 20 seconds in.
Scavenger. At first glance, Neo Scavenger might look like one of those post-apocalyptic survival games, but appearances are deceiving. Take it from a subject matter expert such as myself that this game is actually a simulation of modern-day life in England. The story goes that you were cryogenically frozen by accident in a sperm bank robbery gone wrong. You awake in a distant future. The year is 2008 and England has changed. The recession has come and gone, and in the wake of financial crisis, the streets have been filled with all manner of depravity. I can attest to this because there's literally two people
I guess football match between Liverpool and Manchester went a bit too much, and there you go, post-apocalypse.
Putting nitrous outside our house right now. I'm not even joking. This is my car park every evening. Look at those boys. What do you think they're doing in there? Balloon animals? Really? 11 at night? As a newly defrosted crackhead, you must struggle, survive, and endure long enough to uncover your mysterious past. Find out why you tripped into a tank of liquid nitrogen. Find out why you are trying to steal cum from the sperm bank all those years ago. But you're not alone. There's other things out there, and they're dangerous. You'll encounter all kinds of mutants, monsters, and abominations.
You think you're sick though, man? You will know by it when I fucking Batista bomb your nan in the middle of Asda and show an eggplant up a fanny, the fucking dust bag.
Which you must either confront, kill, or avoid.
Many things in that one thing. Apparently Double is famous in Britain, right? Batista and everything like that. When it comes to Batista, he went to Hollywood, right? He became Avenger star and everything. How the fuck people don't realize that he's a WWE star? I don't know, many things I've seen somebody talk about in certain interview or just general discussion. People talk about Dave, but it never comes up that he's a fucking wrestler, right? I mean, I know in, you know, point blank interviews they say, you know, WWE star Batista, something like that. But when people talk about it in general, nobody even realized that. He was a fucking famous WWE star, come on man.
As best you can. Honestly, I find all of those terms to be very offensive and would rather prefer to say, yes, you're gonna meet other homeless crackheads, and yes, they are definitely going to fuck you up and kill you for your piss-stained bathrobe and your decomposing Dora the Explorer backpack. Listen, those NHS budget cuts came down hard. That's why you're fighting for your life for a pair of Crocs.
Not
it's
NHS.
What God intended. Gameplay. But before you can do all that, you gotta customize your crackhead. You need to pick the the most relevant crackhead skills and crackhead talents to help you survive and thrive in the English jungle, which include but are not limited to botany, which helps you identify which of the berries and
I don't want to pause too much, but the more he says English, I'm just remembering why the fuck there are many post-apocalyptic games based on England. Because imagine that, the setting would be fucking awesome. England is one of those countries, right, around the world which has many old structures, historical structures. Way too many. Normal buildings that people live today are kind of really old, right? Not to mention different forts, castle, bridges. I don't know, post-apocalyptic, it would be really good, and to find more history there, like Fallout type. I don't know, Fallout needs to make a new spin-off. Because most Fallouts are based on USA, but this could be a spin-off, like Fallout London or something.
mushrooms you've picked from a park are edible, and which are absolutely poisonous. Small spoiler, they're all poisonous. Medic helps you steal people's prescription medication and figure out if it's safe for personal consumption. Useless, never take this. I mean, so what if Ambien and warfarin look identical? Ingesting a powerful anticoagulant as your body bleeds from every orifice is a fantastic idea. Who cares if I try to pop an opioid painkiller and swallow down Grandma's thyroid medication instead? Grandma's groid was super slow. Mine is super potent, and now it's supercharged. Trapping helps you start fire for improvised heating and catch squirrels for improvised beating. Very useful. And of course, hacking, which lets you crack passwords on the iPads, Lenovo ThinkPads, and BlackBerry phones you've stolen from the general public.
Alright, somebody needs to tell me in the comments how many of these things is exaggerating. Because seriously, in one of the previous videos of the Seth, I thought he's just making a joke about certain things, but no, that was part of the feature of the game. Or does he never joke all those part of the game? Because this is ridiculous. Games like this are so fucking good, right? My views are changed on them completely. How many things you can do in this shit? Hacking and God knows what. How the fuck developers know to put all these features in? Do they really sit there for months and months and just think what would they like to do and then put the feature in? Even then, how can you be that creative?
These can fetch quite a price on the flea market, depending on the quality and quantity of memes on their hard drive. In particular, reposted memes with the ifunny.co watermark, especially if highly compressed and almost unreadable, hold particular value and demonstrate high status. There's a lot of other skills, most of which offer unique interactions with the game world, except Electrician, which lets you fix a single air conditioning unit, and that's it. 10 out of 10, best skill point I ever spent. Neo Scavenger plays out a lot like Civilization. No one plays with me, so they're both single player. Each turn, you make a number of moves, after which everything else on the map does the same. Entering a tile takes time, scavenging takes time, crafting takes time, and you gotta make your time count. The moment you get out of stasis, you've got a number of problems, and you need to fix them real fast if you hope to survive. Problem 1, you're practically naked, and if you, like me, have accidentally used your hospital gown to craft a glass shiv, then you're completely naked. Get some pants before hypothermia sets in and you die of pneumonia. Problem 2, you're defenseless. Get a stick, a pointy one, and if you get lucky, you might find some raid boss level gear, like a saucepan. Problem 3, first, drink some toilet water. Remember, just because it's poisonous doesn't mean it's poisonous to you. Dogs can't eat chocolate. Cats can't eat grapes. Why? Because they're weak. Problem 3.5, hunger. Go cook up some squirrel. Squirrel is delicious and nutritious and practically ubiquitous. And finally, problem 4, you look broke, scuffed, and whack as all hell. Go fix your garments and get some sick ass shoes. Check this. In today,
This might feel a bit overwhelming, all the things he's saying, but really feel it, right? I mean, why would you play a post-apocalyptic survival game if you don't want to really get immersed in that, right? And every small detail that could feel tedious and annoying kind of makes more realistic of the experience, right? Because all this shit, it feels like you're properly invested unless you really get immersed in the game. Immersion is the word that people throw around a lot, but it's kind of important. Very few games does that, right? If you play a game, 4 or 5 hours have passed by because you have that time, or maybe you're playing at night and not sleeping, like sometimes I do because I don't have time anymore. So if you're doing that and realize, holy shit, 4 or 5 hours went by, and when I was playing, it felt like I'm in the game or something. Like if you have that kind of immersion, right? That's the money well spent at that point. And you need all these annoying features too in the game if you want to feel that.
Today's episode of Cop This Look, we got my man looking fly here wearing the following: generic college t-shirt, triple layered for maximum comfort and status, Adidas hoodie, size L, male with pocket
Not
functionality,
Supreme.
Calvin Klein khaki cargo shorts, size something, I forgot. This shit got pockets for days. No more fumbling around for your Xanax pills. Crocs, green left foot, because I only found one. Gucci slippers, pink right foot. Again, I only found one of these things, because they keep slipping off each time I run away from a fight. Children's backpack, small, what else? You need reliable storage for your treasures, which currently is a bunch of string, cum rags, and loose branches. Everything you need to make whatever it is I'm making. Spear, it's sharp, effective, and it hurts. Also, previously, I used to strap a hunting rifle. Unfortunately, I clicked a little too fast on the crafting recipe, and unfortunately, used my hunting rifle as wood for a campfire. Borgo saucepan, stainless
What?
steel, great for cooking water. Cooked water sells for about 8 pounds a bottle at the local crack den. That's not a joke. That's my life, my grind, my hustle, and how I can afford all this primo luxury. Speaking of primo luxury, I got a ride. I got transport. Fully functional 4-wheel drive. I stole an Asda shopping cart. Water storage? You betcha. It delivers Varax that helps me bring in the stacks. This is not a kid's car, but a goddamn crackhead chariot. So don't fuck with me, because if you do, I'm gonna run away. Play hard, live hard, and you could look this good, because outwardly appearance reflects inner state of mind. You wanna keep the park bench? You act like you own the park bench. Speaking of which, combat is also turn-based, and determined by a set of actions you can take each turn. Pro tip, don't get hit. Rival hobo squatting on your favorite park bench? Just stab him to death with a piece of broken glass. He would have probably done the same to you. Look, it takes an entire
Yeah, I'm glad that how Netflix, when you play it, there's an audio feature too. Like you don't have to watch a video, you can just audio feature and just hear the episode or audiobooks, whatever. I'm so glad YouTube doesn't have that thing, right? Because somebody could get real bad ideas by just hearing that and not watching this video.
combat
nice
round to
instruction.
ask questions. But it only takes about 3 rounds to score me a new pair of slippers. Of course, things rarely work out as planned. There's all manner of random events and RNG to spice up your experience. Scavenging, you might get lucky. You might also collapse the roof, fall down a hole, and one time I got a face full of black mold. Truly, art imitates life. In hindsight, I wish I got black mold poisoning, because in my current run, I've somehow managed to get sprayed down with Agent Orange, the effects of which will stay with me.
What the fuck is a mold poisoning? You can't get poisoning from mold, right? Mold can be irritating. I mean, a thing, right? Yeah, mold can be irritating. Sometimes could give you respiratory issues, but that's it. Allergies. Rarely it's lethal.
Me for the rest of the year. I've been alive for 11 days. In resignation, I've tried to go out peacefully by camping in the most dangerous part of town, the local job center plus, hoping and praying that another crackhead jumps me while I'm sleeping and stabs me in the ribs. Inexplicably, my prayers have not been answered twice.
Okay, what is that face? Who's that? Every time I start a Seth video and there is always this starting video of some guy, guy from military or something. Yeah, this guy.
My prayers have not been answered.
Who is this guy? Like how, internet student uses that guy from Austria or Hungary. I don't know who is that, right? The meme guy, meme face. That's the internet student face. Is that how this is Seth's face? Is that it?
Twice a crackhead has stumbled upon me, and twice he has groped my soft body, stolen a single plastic bottle from my inventory, and left. Another time I ripped up my plot necklace for a small piece of string. I later found out you're not supposed to do that, and got chased around half a map by my very own sleep paralysis demon. On the bright side, it did kill every other crackhead chasing me. In a later run, I found out that every other crackhead suffers just as much as we do. Spying on a nearby tile, I spotted another specimen of humanity. I spied again to discern his intentions, which currently were passing out, being unconscious, and vomiting at the same time. I thought to myself, this is my...
Oh my god. Stranger considers vomiting, barefoot, unconscious, fallen. After just watching this, I would approach him like, do you want some stuff? I have some stuff. What the fuck? Current weapon, pistol. He has pistol, but he's barefoot. He's vomiting. Activity unconscious. What the fuck is this?
Passing out, being unconscious, and vomiting at
That's
the
an
same
activity.
time. I thought to myself, this is my chance. So I approached him, stealthily, quietly, slowly. In that time, he managed to wake up, recover, and walk away. It turned out I approached him so slowly, in fact, that 2 full days had passed. I'm not very competent. I did, however, manage to beat a man to death with
Like
an
a sloth. Sloth probably overtook him by then. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
iPad. Provided you can survive that long, you'll see day turn into night. At night, you'll finally be able to see it, the soft siren glow of civilization. Head far enough east and you'll finally be able to reach it, a place that offers the promise of comfort, refuge, and safety. The end of your long, drug-induced journey, the mecca of crackheads. Once you get there, you'll find out it's actually just Manchester. Outside, you can illegally juice electricity from the public library and warm yourself around the community trash barrel fire. Get loaded and get high off the hot toxic fumes of melting plastic. It's carcinogenic, which means you're speeding up the process of evolution. Inside, you can shoplift from Tesco Express, get turned away at the hospital, and go to your local Barclays branch, where one of the possible options is pretend to be a mentally retarded patient, which really just describes every
The teller, a presentable looking young woman with straight brown hair, looks up from her terminal warmly. Hello, she says, is there anything with which I can assist you today? Pretend to be a mentally, okay, charges $15. Okay, what the fuck?
YouTuber, except we're not pretending. Final score. Neo Scavenger is a fantastic little game with a lot of options. It's short, fluid, and self-explanatory. It is the streamlined, inbred cousin of Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, except it takes place in modern times outside my goddamn window. I give Neo Scavenger 8 dirty rags out of the contents of my drinking water, which, according to this, is perfectly drinkable. And if you'd like to experience what life is like in the UK, an experience that I would best describe as the struggle, then I recommend buying it. But if you're a reasonable human being that doesn't get swayed by the sweet curried words of a disembodied voice, then I recommend trying it. A warm thanks to the many members of the Merchants Guild generously funding and
How can he imply something like pirating or something like that and people will get pissed off, especially the people who made this game? Seth is not a small channel. This video has 2.3 million views. In what? This video is from 2020. It's not that long ago. So clearly he's influential, right? At this point, you know, the developers would see something like this and get pissed off. After you get certain famous in YouTube, even 100,000 subscribers, let alone million, you have to be extremely careful. Seth does not care. Okay, that was fucking awesome. Alright people, that was Neo Scavenger. Struggle, survive, sell, sewer water. By the channel ssethtzeentach. Another epic game. You know, holy shit. This is just like, you know, all the other games I review. You know, watch Seth review of Seth that were reacted, I guess. And, you know, I'm starting to think every single game Seth reviewed so far are like this. So I don't have to choose. I just have to click on the next game that YouTube recommends me about the Seth, and there you go. I just react to that. Or you can comment down which one you want me to react to next from Seth. Alright, if you like my reaction, don't forget to like, subscribe. Check out the reaction. There's a link in the description. Check out the cards, check out the cards. Yeah, I'll see you next time.